Are we starting already? No? Uh, welcome to game one between I don't even know who the teams are.
We don't have that up.
Frost Wolves and Kings Dukes. Right on. Oh, tough.
Just waiting for the game to come up.
I'm Top At, and here to cast with me is
High altitude.
yeah, good times.
Getting everything pulled up real quick. Yep.
This is indeed a professional establishment.
Who would have thought? Okay, so we're gonna get into game one here again between Frost Wolves and Kings Dukes. We'll get the bands up here in just a second.
Really exciting set. I'm really looking forward to watching this game.
Yep, love to see whenever majors play. Definitely a cool one here.
Looks like they ban out Oleron. Oleron seeing a lot of play recently. Stone of Foul just being kind of insane.
Yeah, and a lot of people now having to learn how to deal with all ults. Totally fine. Seeing a Geb out of Dukes, pretty normal as well.
That Geb buff really brought him to the forefront here of the support role, didn't it?
Well, his kit's just very hard to get around. A whole stun, a knock up, two of the best CCs in the game, which is kind of how it is. Um,
Cleanse. He does have a cleanse. It's nuts.
yep. Cleanse too. That's kind of huge. Seeing a Cthulhu ban, seeing an Odin ban, pretty normal off the rip here. Kind of want to see some interesting ones, not just general bans, but we'll see.
These majors players typically know each other a little bit better than down in the lower ranked
Yeah.
play. See if we get any specific bans towards players. We see Tiamat.
Kind of an interesting ban. I'm not super huge on a team up ban right now, just because she's so good. Just not a lot of people play her the way that you should. But in this tier of rank, it's probably the case.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Tiamat minions just win lanes.
Well,
Free push.
Terra ban. Interesting. Just as a heads up, Terra is going to be banned going forward, but in these sets it is a recast, so we may see Terra come out in these games.
Ooh, first pick Emoja. Okay.
Yeah, we're top picking Emoja. Kind of an interesting one. That's definitely a higher pick here. And then pretty quickly, the Dukes know
Tremble
they want to go into a
beneath the
Nike and a
waves.
Soul, insta locking those.
Interested in this Emoja pick. Didn't she just get nerfed recently?
I don't believe she just
Now
got
is the
nerfed, but
time.
that's definitely I definitely would understand, especially in higher levels of play, River's Rebuke, and
Supernova!
the constant stun. Well, she did get her Omi changed just a little bit instead of having it scale. It's just now based on level. So I don't know if you call that a nerf or a buff. Take that as you will.
A
Let's see.
whirling pool of
Get a
biting
Charybdis
teeth.
here. Pretty normal. We're seeing a lot of Charybdis play just because she did get a buff last patch, so she is actually really good right now. Just with her safety and with the current, double heal build going on, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, she can get away from Ares chains, which is interesting to me because I feel like I should be considered a movement ability, but what do I know?
Who knows? Tsukiyomi getting picked, Serket being
The
picked.
moon will
Kind
purify
of an
this
interesting one. I don't
land.
see a lot of Serket jungles, but
This
right
is
now,
one
but we'll see how
tale
that
you
goes. Maybe
don't
it's
want to
a
chase,
Serket
darling.
support.
Surketa counter heals and pull people out of position, I guess. Not a
Yeah, I
terrible
don't know if
pick.
that would have been my first pick for like, hey, I need anti heal. Let's go with Serket, just because
Mm-hmm.
with the emoji, it's just such a spread out area that a single target anti heal like Serket is not exactly my favorite play. Mm, let's see.
Ardio
Going into
ban.
yeah, going to our next set of bans, RDO from the Dukes, and still waiting here on the Frost Wolves. Pretty normal. RDO's banned out a lot. Hoyi coming out of the Frost Wolves. That kind of surprises me a little bit, but it's okay. Hoyi is actually a really good counter to Charybdis right now, just with a stun and that persistent chase with his leap. If he's ahead, he's great. Seeing the Morrigan get banned out by Dukes. Kind of an interesting pickup. That's definitely a target ban. And Sobek coming out of Frostwolves. Not
Yeah.
sure how I feel about a Sobek ban here, but
Interested with this Morgan ban. Maybe it's targeted at somebody. Cthulhu's already been banned, and that's usually when you see the Morgan get played.
yeah,
They do have some pretty strong picks, though.
this feels like a bit of a targeted mid ban. Brown has kind of a wide god pool, but I think it might just be kind of trying to get away from double Cryptus ult, double Tsukiyomi ult, double Yamoja. Anything out of that team that's double is really annoying.
For
So
sure. Piercing Moonlight is one of the most annoying ults to deal with ever. I mean, you
yeah,
could just Aegis, you could group the team up after the ults come out and get ready to CC him and kill him.
yeah, but Aegising
So
both's
much
kind of tough.
damage.
We're gonna see a Nemesis lock in on Duke's side. Kind of an interesting one. Not a ton of
Even
Nemesis play right
gods
now,
must heed the
just
scales of
because the
fate.
builds don't favor her. Ability-based junglers are in. Everybody loves it. You love seeing that Bumbas. You love seeing that she's kind of a weird flex between the two types of
Maybe to
builds, but
chase down Charybdis?
maybe we'll see. Morgan Le Fay coming out of. Nope. We're swapping over to a Scylla instead.
Ooh, Scylla.
That's kind of a
I'm a
interesting interaction. I actually
monster!
want to see here. Hopefully, if this team is smart, they can kind of keep everybody's Aegises down if they go into that. And last, we have a Hunbats locked in on Frostwolf's side.
Listen
Don't
to
see a
my
whole lot of
words.
Hunbots. He does have tons of CC with his ult, chases down well with his monkey, tons of damage.
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
as long as you're auto canceling and you're getting in that max 40% CDR, it's, a pretty easy time for Hunbats,
for
especially
sure.
into this Nemesis here. Nemesis has a real hard time into him just because of his mobility, just because of his leaps, just because of his ult. So hopefully that is a good 1v1 we'll see. Last, coming out of the Duke side, we have Chang'e. Seems like we're lacking a hard support, so it might just be Serket, considering that Nemesis. So, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, kind of a interesting team comp, I think.
Yeah.
Having,
She's just stunning.
I mean, Nike can frontline pretty easily by herself
Yeah.
until she gets turned on by the entire team. Then she's gonna get chunked down and killed, especially with all the damage.
Yeah, I
they got on
mean,
the other team.
yeah,
So
they're pumping
that's
out a lot of damage here on Frostwolf's side. Hopefully, it's not gonna be too bad, but with that Chang'e, maybe the anti-heal from that will be enough to kind of get out of this Yamoja. And with that, we're gonna get into our start of the first game. Classified, we are doing a recast, so unfortunately there was a bit of a technical issue over the weekend, so we're getting to them now.
right. And right off the bat, I'm seeing some starters that we don't see very often. We got Warding Siegel. Warding Siegel being played way more recently than it has been in the past.
Well,
Let's
yeah, definitely the solo lane build of the moment, just kind of how that is.
And then Benevolence coming out of Emoja.
Let's see.
Don't ever see Benevolence that much because it got nerfed. Well, again, I don't know if you consider it a nerf or a buff.
Yeah, kind of a hard start here. Additionally, going, Benevolence into tier 1 Lotus or tier 1 Tyrannical against a Soul ADC is kind of a tough sell. I don't know, maybe that'll be a little bit of, loss of protections, but we'll see here as we get started.
That's something I'm interested in. I think this deal lane should be kind of interesting to watch, considering she's just going to have more physical protection against a soul of all things.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough one. Maybe for the Sercat, but let's see.
But here we go. Long-awaited start. It looks like Frostwolves are gonna get wave pressure here in duo lane. You get a
Yeah.
Yemoja, you just one over and over, get all that wave clear.
Yeah, Yemoja and Charybdis, that's pretty normal. That's a lot of wave pressure, especially going into Circuit. Soul could have contested, but she did get kind of poked out here at the beginning. You know, it probably would have been really easy to just commit if Yemoja picked up her pools or her Riptides.
Look at that damage already on the Yemoja coming out from Souls 2. It's just
Scylla's already poked out here. Pretty big there. Solo, big slap fest. Doesn't seem like anything's gonna come of it.
And there's the reason Charybdis is being picked so often. Right there.
Yeah.
Good immunity frames.
Whirlpool
Just-
form is just very strong at the moment. You know, it's Soul, it's on a shorter cooldown, it's faster immunity frames, you know. Just kind of how that is.
Just kind of an OP ability.
Let's see here. Not too much poke coming out of the junglers. They're not really doing a ton here. Circuit's gonna blink
what
in.
a blink by Circuit. That was wild.
Yep. Which one?
Just getting interesting.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. Bit of a
Charybdis
visual bug.
almost dying from that heads up gank
Oh,
there by the Circuit.
Jeff's gonna get this first blood here as he picks up Raylan out of solo lane. Bats is looking to get a little bit of pressure since the blues are coming up in a couple seconds. So definitely should be a free blue for them. Easy pressure. Gonna get Chef a little bit further ahead. Let's see. Oh, maybe not. Doesn't seem like he has it.
Looks like the Nemesis might be getting caught out of position here. Looks like she was going to look at.
Yeah, she was
possible
probably
blue.
she was probably looking to counter invade. If they're gonna pick up their blue, which they didn't, that was fine. Definitely a good call by them. Just come back, maybe pick up a kill on them. We're gonna see.
Do get a 3-man grouping over here on the Oswald's
Yeah.
purple. Looks like they were also attempting to invade there. Heads up play by the Scylla to show a little face there.
Yeah,
Cat just not wanting to give it up. Sticks around for a little bit longer.
Scylla's
some
definitely just out
aggressive play.
rotating this Chunga here. Might not be super worth it since she's already behind in lane, but we'll see. Huge spike shot damage coming out of Charybdis at the moment. So we're going into just doing scorpions. Love those green scorpions on the side.
Yeah, I don't really see a whole lot coming out of the King's Duke in this duo lane as far as early goes. Until this Yemoja rotates out, maybe then this soul can start getting a little bit of pressure, but
Yeah, I mean, right now we're equal in just about everything. Jungle's up by maybe half a level, and everyone else is on even footing, even with that first blood for Tsukiyomi. Does lit up by a Blackthorn, though, which is really big pressure for Warriors, having Sigil and Blackthorn. It's pretty huge.
yeah, just an interesting combo build that solo laners have started building recently. Both these items were considered to be terrible. Now they're just built in every laning phase.
Yeah, I think people just were sleeping on kind of how that works for Blackthorn with that early CDR, that early MP5, just not having to back and always being out as long as you're health and you have your pots. Let's see, we're going to recall, probably go back to mid lane, and Combats is kind of opting to look for some early ganks instead of farming. Kind of a bit of a weird spot since he's not that far ahead of the Nemesis. As long as she's triple splitting red, or double splitting red, then, definitely would have been a prime opportunity to look for some farm instead.
For sure. Every second you just stand there in the early game staring at a lane, trying to find a way to gank somebody is just more time wasted.
Yeah.
Just gotta be farmed. Farm,
Yeah.
farm.
Nemesis is here probably just to, look to confirm. I think he's going back into the lane with really half health. Kind of an interesting choice. She does have that tier 1 defense, so, not the end of the world. She can probably just stay and not have to worry, but we'll see how that goes.
And it did end up being a Lotus Crown for this Yemoja, so I'm actually a little bit concerned for her. Changa does way more damage than people think. She does have... Oh,
Murder's
wow.
Beat coming out, Fear No Evil coming out, and the Scylla Crush coming in. Circuit actually might get out here. Get the heal. Oh, we get a really good pull. And we're going to have Scylla pick up that kill, and Nemesis returns the kill. A lot of ults used there. Kind of crazy. Yeah, we used Waxing Moon. We used Last Breath out of Circuit, and 3 ults. For a 1-for-1 trade.
And I think I'd chalk that up as a King Dukes win there. That's a support trade for a mid trade.
Yeah, and kind of an interesting choice. I don't remember if she had that built before. Nemesis going for some poke. She had a Blackthorn already built on Circuit, which, going a bit of a bruiser support means that she was probably primed to die anyways. But, kind of surprised she lived as long as she did.
Yeah, that
Let's see.
was interesting interaction to watch for sure. I did like that Yemoja ult. That was a pretty clean emoji.
Yeah, River's Rebuke was pretty good there, cutting off the Chonga, cutting off the Nemesis from that Circuit. Definitely good. Lots of positioning here, looking for that red. Since Scylla died, they're kind of looking to invade that. Hunbats is kind of priming up to get in position. Same with Emoja. Yeah, they're very aware that there's 3, almost 4 people on red here.
This is some good grouping up here by the King's Duke. I like how aggressive they're trying to play. I like trying to get in there. They're trying to show that they're not afraid. So, yes.
Not huge on this early pressure. It's just one of those things, just farm. Chef's just going to try and take this blue buff here or force a fight. Let's see.
Getting some
Chef,
really good poke on the Nike.
Yeah, he is sitting on an ult. She is too, but let's see. Yeah, gonna go back, do his own blue, and call that good.
Taking a look at the gold here, it looks like Frost Wolves have a little bit of a lead, about 500 gold.
Yeah, Frost Wolves have been kind of just staying up, even with that kill. It's not the end of the world. It's just, it seems like everyone's still pretty even right now. Humbats are playing a little bit ahead of Nike still. Supports are going a little bit ahead as Yemoja starts to work into possibly a Thebes, hopefully a Thebes. And
hopefully.
Pretty normal stuff out of ADCs, working into Lifesteal. Right now, that's pretty big, is the double healing. That's...
I do see something interesting here. It does look like Circuit ended up picking up a Blackthorn first item.
Yeah,
what's
definitely
a bit of
a definitely a bruiser idea. I think they're just looking for some early pressure, just to the emoji kind of keeps that out of Solar Crush. Kind of just looking for that early aggression, just to kind of get it, and then she'll work into some later items. She can see she's working into that tier 1 Iron Mail. Let's see. Right. He's pretty squared up. We just did the gold scorp for, I believe, the Frostwolf side, and already got the gold fury up. Oh, King's Dukes took that. That fire scorpion. Let's see.
Gold Fury is up. I would like to start seeing some grouping being done over on the left side of the map. They do have a lot of wards, which I like to see.
Yeah.
Making Tsukiyomi as usual, poking each other out in the solo lane.
Yeah, definitely a bit of Tsukiyomi's forte more than Nike's is that poke to anti-poke. That's just, Tsukiyomi's a good god for that. As we start to group around the oracles here, Emoja wants to look, they want to face check that. Have 3 people here kind of sitting on the Gold Fury pit. May not be
liking
anything,
this liking this thought process by the King's Duke. Gold Fury is up. They got wards all over. They're going to start grouping. They're going to look for a pick.
Nem's kind of invading here. Doesn't get the purple. Totally fine.
Ooh, Circuit getting in there.
Yeah, good
See how much damage she did.
Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately, Charybdis is a little bit behind here on this Soul. Just because Soul's rotating, she's getting a little bit more pressure out of everything, but hopefully it's not going to be too bad. Humbat's just farming, doing his thing. Nike trying to invade the blue, but kind of realizing to back off once the Humbats gets there. She could probably take a fight anyways. Oh, okay. As, we rotate to dual lane, looks like Soul's going to pick up that Charybdis.
King's Dukes picking up 2 there. They should definitely be rotating over to this Gold Fury, but it looks like they're going towards Pyro instead.
Well, yeah, it looks like they're just high warding here. I don't know if they can do Pyro at this moment. Just with a Circuit and a Chonga, might be a little tough. Ooh, Grave River's Rebuke coming out. We're going to see the Saporate, and she gets out of the wall. Kind of a tough one. Huh? Yeah. Fortunately, nobody's there to follow up with this Emoja. Seems like a bit of a miscommunication. Okay. So Yumi's opting to go for some invades at the moment. He's a little bit big. He's over this Nike and doing some stuff. Fear No Evil comes out. We're going to get the beads out of Changa. Piercing Moonlight comes out of Tsukiyomi. And Sentinel of Zeus out of Nike here.
No way.
Ooh! Still gets the pickup. Oh!
Oh,
That's a great Scylla Crush. That's perfect.
ground side getting in there.
Yeah.
Good job coming out of the Scylla here. Putting out tons of damage, but that was an even better choice of engage there by Chef on the Tsukiyomi. They
Yeah,
catch
even
this Chonga out and just put her in the dirt.
exactly. Even trading out this 2-for-1, that's a great play there. Just to see, great crush, a great I'm a monster out of that huge mix of that, three men just stacking up on each other for it.
For sure. Yeah, no, that definitely a good trade, a 2-for-1 there. You could
Yeah.
trade out your solo for the jungle and mid. Definitely
Yeah.
something to be happy about.
Looks like they're kind of prepping on this proxy here. Kind of a oh. Humbats could have gone in, could have followed up on his monkey, but opting just to stay and farm the blue instead. Not much choice to poke her out. She's got Mystical Mail, she's got Warding Sigil, and she's got what is now an Energy Talisman, which is kind of an interesting pickup considering the amount of healing that we have coming out of Frost Wolves with the Emoja. I probably would have liked to see a Pestilence, but either way, it's totally fine.
Perhaps she's picking up a Cursed Ankh later on. Who knows? I definitely as well would have liked to see some anti-heal.
Well, we've already got a
Kings-
Brawlers, but that might not be quite enough for Moja.
However, we're still quite a few minutes past when Gold Fury came up. King's Dukes had a few options to pull Gold Fury, or even Pyromancer Frost Wolves have had a few options, and it looks like now that we're talking about it, everybody's going to start grouping up over here.
Yeah, we see Fear No Evil, we see the stun, we see the I'm a Monster,
Oof.
and that's just an easy pickup.
Oh.
Oh, big chunk on the soul here with another proc from I'm a Monster. Huge CC chain. Circuit's just out of position there.
Yeah, this setup for the Scylla is just nuts.
Doesn't seem like King's Duke has that warded there, so I'm sure she just thought nothing of standing in the little frost fog, but just doesn't work out for her. Nemesis is actually looking for an invade even after that pick, but kind of a weird one.
Oh,
Where you see
Rivers.
Yeah, perfect Rivers Rebuke there, just keeping her locked in, stun, and we're going to see a Beads Dash out of the Nemesis, trying to get out of there. Emoja, what a beautiful Beads burn right there.
For sure. I'm already thinking about game 2 and how much they should probably ban this Emoja.
Yeah, I mean, Emoja's probably a good ban there, but we'll see. Hopefully Hunbats is in a position. He knows the beads are down. He should prime up for that Fear No Evil. Since he's already got Jotuns online, that's going to be like, that's going to be like a 45, 50-second cooldown. Nice Circuit taunt coming out of that. And King's Juice is kind of positioning here to try and take a fight around the Pyro as we baby ward fire. So
What's going on right now is really kind of a little bit confusing to me. It seems like every time a team has an upper hand, they instead of rotating to do objectives, they do nothing. They look for more picks.
I mean, it's 15 minutes in. We haven't seen a Fury yet. We haven't seen a Pyro yet. So it's kind of just being a box fest right now. Let's see. Alright. We're opting for a little bit of solo poke on the Emoja, who has finished a Thieves. We're currently stacking it, so she's starting to get a little bit tankier. Even against a Blackthorn Sov, Circuit, kind of a weird choice, but not a huge issue. Especially with, you have Piercing Moonlight, you have Charybdis, you have Unbats, so, that Sov's going to do some work here in this game.
The Circuit is just really counting on not being caught out by Brownside, and I think at this point, Brownside definitely still a one-shotter.
Yeah, well, that's definitely my least favorite. Oh, okay, we're going to see Maw Hungers come out. Not really a great use. I'm a Monster comes out as well. They're kind of just positioning, looking for CC immunity. Doesn't do anything with it. Not a huge issue. That's just too big. Confirm ults down for Frost Wolves. King's Duke should kind of play on that, kind of beta Fury, beta fight, and then, kind of go in since they're down on those for a little while.
Yeah, some interesting choices being made there. If they caught somebody out, definitely the right decision. But it looked like just some poor communication, maybe. I think they were probably counting on Sinon hitting the Charybdis Assault and stunning somebody so they can catch him out with the Scylla ult. But
Yeah, I mean that's definitely a two for combo, just having a stun into a root. We're gonna see Rivers Rebuke come out here. They're kind of positioning here to try and split them up on a fight.
I
Scylla getting caught out. Yeah, let's see.
Tsukiomi's
Great.
gonna ult in
Yeah,
there.
piercing Moonlight onto Changa onto the backline here. Chef's gonna pick up that kill on Sandman, and Clayseed's gonna pick up the Chef return kill here. Still a ton of work to be done here by the Sunbats. If he can get this Soul out of the way, he might be able to work on the Nemesis. But it seems like they're just healing too much. Yeah,
No.
Soul's coming back. She's got 2 heal. She's got the Typhon's Fang. She's got the Bancrofts. She's burning right now. She is huge.
So unfortunate for the Frostwolves. They were
Yeah.
just so spread out.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of
They
the issue here is Frostwolves is very underleveled. You can see their Cryptus is 3 levels under. Their mid's a level under, and their Soul is a level under. So it's just not a great fight for them, especially in their side of the jungle. They're going to pick up the Gold Fury and hopefully back and reset.
and I feel like that again is just a poor case of miscommunication. Brownside and Sinon, as we had talked about earlier, had gone in and used both their ults. And instead of the whole team just kind of grouping together and trying to stick together throughout the whole fight, Emoja had a disgusting ult.
Yeah,
And Chefs
I mean,
chased it down, did what he was supposed to, got into the backline. Unfortunately, everybody was just so spread out.
yeah, everybody's
Nobody
just
could
in
really.
there. It's just one of those things where divers are diving, but there's not a lot your your ranged artillery mage and they can do. Beast coming out of Scylla as she dashes out of the Circuit taunt. Just trying to peel a little bit for her. Totally fine. Kind of an odd space. But yeah, that was definitely one of those things where unless Hunbats hits a really great ult, where they River Rebuke at the same time, and it's just constant CC or disoriented, there's probably not much they do. They probably just have to give it the Gold Fury. Just one of those things. We're trying to steal. You could always River Rebuke to steal. That's always a thing, but very hard to kind of coordinate, especially if they just wait out the River's Rebuke.
I do see another interesting item being built here. So it looks like Chang'e went Lotus Crown E-Staff.
Mm.
I'm not all too familiar with this build path. Maybe Sandman was just feeling himself.
No, I mean, Sandman's not really feeling himself. He's farming. He's 0-2 and 4. He's fine, but E-Stuff's kind of a common pickup now for mids, just because of that extra mana steal, the mana sustain, especially with big AoE gods. It's kind of a good one. Yamoja gets a great River's Rebuke into the tower. And Circuit's going to have to leap out. Let's see. We see I'm a Monster. Doesn't really connect with anyone as we're kind of chasing down. Sugima is rotating over from Soul lane as he is piercing Moonlight. The Soul picks up the kill. Great. Yeah. Maw Hungers doesn't get anything. And Sentinel Zeus comes out of Nike.
Big Nike.
Ooh, Nike just trying to keep Scylla inside the tower. Gets the dash off back to lane. And Circuit's even stepping back up. Kind of an interesting one. She has the Solve. She can kind of HP 5 her way back in, but looks like we're resetting here with a, I guess, none for 2.
Okay. Interesting situation. The Frostwolves, I feel like, overcommitted a little bit, and they could have been punished by the King's Dukes there.
Yeah,
that
they got
was
a lot of
really nasty Nike ult. I mean, that was 4 people that she caught in that ult. They had tons of damage.
Big Nike ult, great rotate out of Chef here as we're coming out of the
sure.
Soul lane. He's definitely keeping Nike on her toes as he's just out rotating. It's kind of one of those things, but it's totally fine. Let's see. Yeah, kind of a shame to see I'm a Monster and the Maw Hungers not really connect. They're kind of playing a little bit far back for it, and it's crazy because you don't even see any Aegises. Well, actually, you see 2 Aegises come out of that team, but there's still a ton of squishy targets there, especially when you have 2 ults that hit the same way. You can just catch a lot of stuff if their Aegises are down.
Yeah, and speaking of relics, I don't even see a Cursed Donk on the side of the King's Dukes. They have a Umoja.
Yeah, but we did see the Pestilence pickup out of Circuit, totally fine. We're seeing a bit of a fight here on the side Harpy's Pit as Tsukiyomi's coming in, Fear No Evil comes out, and I'm a Monster. Actually connects this time with an Nike, but not doing a ton of damage. Piercing Moonlight comes out as he tries to pursue the front tank. You're going to see Soul's ult come out here. Don't really remember the name. Supernova come out here. And let's see. Yeah, not too much damage, actually. Pretty much dumped a lot of the ults on the tanks. Totally fine.
Oh,
Purpose Rebuke,
what a
yeah,
Yemoja ult!
great zone out of the Emoja. Sentinel of Zeus comes out, tries to slow, kind of keeps some things. Grievous is just critting in the back. She is going off right now. Circuit's taking the tower, totally fine. And not trading any kills, but we are trading a T1 tower for a little bit of pressure here.
This is I'm seriously just this Yemoja. These are some sick ults. Some sick separation.
Yeah, definitely.
Gotta
great
get this
positioning.
Yemoja out of here next game. I mean, even if the Frost Wolves lose, this Yemoja is already irritating me, and I'm not even the one that's playing.
Yeah, definitely a great, zoning. You're always, this Emoja's, it's a majors game. You're going to see some high level play here, but especially with the way Emoja's cutting off escapes, the way she's separating, definitely a great masterclass, so to speak, from, I'm a gamer here. I'm a monster comes out, not too much else. Gonna pick up the Nike here as, oof, Soul's gonna Aegis, kind of a shame. And Fear No Evil comes out to try and zone out the Changa. Could probably follow up on that, but not a huge issue. Circuit is just in there, dashes out, leaves. And Soul, even though she Aegis and it was kind of poked out to half, just full heals just off of her Telkines, her mixed with Bancrofts and Typhons, just huge healing out of her. Let's see.
Look
Nemesis
how
kind of stepping up.
quickly the Frost Wolves just healed back to full.
Yeah,
this
Frost
Yemoja
Wolves
is doing work.
Yeah, Frost will take the Oni. Clay is going to pick up Chef. Nothing comes out of that Maw Hunger, so she gets away just because of her 3. And they're kind of running away now. It is a 1-for-1 at this point. Not a huge issue, but kind of a shame that King's Dukes couldn't steal that, especially with a Soul, especially with a with a Nemesis there. It's fine.
Yeah, so just watching that last interaction there by the Frost Wolves up there in between the tier 1 and tier 2, they have such good fight separation. They're doing so good at that, but they just cannot. Seems like they just can't finish the kills.
Well, yeah, King Six is having a hard time getting through the tanks here. Tsukuyomi's doing a great job going a bit of more of a bruiser damage build, maybe opting for some, late game mantle. Seems like that's probably going to be the best play for him. But getting through him, getting through Yemoja, getting through Yemoja wall, tough, especially for, these non-dive gods. You have Circuit, you have Nemesis, you have Nike, but your main damage is just kind of stuck walking at the rest of the team. So they have a hard time getting through, especially when Scylla and Charybdis are just such safe gods. We're positioning on the Pyro here as I'm a monster. Ooh, just out of range, barely misses it. King Six is going to pick up that Pyro. Yeah, and we're going to watch here. Let's see here. Circuit's ult comes out, and not for much else. Kind of a shame to waste that single target anti-heal, but it's all right. They're focusing here on maybe the mid lane, maybe this Nemesis, as they have a lot of pressure and they can just kind of take it. Charybdis is pretty big right now, having that Executioners, having the Deathbringer, this double heal, double crit's kind of nice. Let's see. All right. And we actually have the Sentry Ward on fire, so they can kind of just start this. Nike's looking to face tank, Circuit's looking to come in and try and disrupt, as Circuit gets kind of poked out here. Ooh, Piercing Moonlight comes out on Circuit. Circuit gets picked up. Divine Judgment actually comes out on Tsukuyomi. Rebuke, Fear No Evil. Huge ult right now. Sentinel of Zeus trying to kill. Oh, finally we see the the Maw Hungers connect, and just the Tsukuyomi, just a solo for support, not too bad. Scylla trying to stay here as Nike and Solar diving.
This Humbots.
Yeah, Humbots is kind of caught on the back here. He does have the mobility to get out. Nemesis, kind of the chase down, blinks, hits the slow on him, and Soul's actually coming in. Might be trying to pick up a kill, trying to just leave. No, not enough. Ooh, another of a monster comes out and doesn't seem to do anything. Oh, Charybdis is just shredding this Nike. Jeez. That's huge. Yeah, Charybdis is at a point right now where she is just pumping damage. No Spectral's being built yet, which is totally understandable. Critters is out most of this game, but she is, pumping out right now. Have a bit of a pause here. Not sure why. Oh, I think we had a bit of a technical issue with the solo lane, maybe DCing there, which is kind of probably the reason that they got picked up the way that they did. Yeah, makes sense.
So far, just kind of an interesting game. They're keeping it pretty even in kills, but the
Yeah,
Kings Dukes are kind of pulling ahead with this gold lead. Uh,
yeah.
the
Hey, can we
Frost
see
Wolves,
a?
man, I want to talk about how good their fight setup is, but it just I don't know what happens. It
They have
just
a they have
falls
a ton of
apart towards the end.
CC. Yeah, they have a ton of CC here for the early, engage. It's great to see, that Fear No Evil is getting placed in the right spot with the River's Rebuke. The problem is that follow up from, Piercing Moonlight, from Maw Hungers, from I'm a Monster. These just aren't connecting. They're hard to hit abilities, but still, this is majors. We should see some kind of connection here. And then out of King's Dukes, kind of a great sustain coming out of
For sure.
the Nike, the Circuit, just being able to face tank. This Soul is just unkillable right now. There's no target prioritizing, and that's how that is.
Does be like that sometimes, and it's interesting too because if you take a look at the player damage chart, Chef is just putting in the work on this Tsukiyomi.
Yeah,
This man is piercing moonlighting into the back line every single team fight. He's getting in there, putting in some damage, and then it if he dies, they just kind of lose. But if he kills everybody in the back, it's they run away with the team fight
yeah.
every time.
Let's see here. Yeah, hopefully this DC comes back in a second. Uh, Maybe. Thank you, Sandman. Appreciate that. Oh, that's what we look like. Jeez. Yikes. I don't know who agreed on these photos, but it wasn't me.
Yeah, whoever did this is just they're trolling for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah.
You need to
Very,
have
yeah, very accurate. Yeah, we're working on it. We're getting into it.
yeah.
So we'll be back in just a second. But yeah, great. Yeah. Okay, we're getting back to it now.
Oh, maybe.
Hello. Yeah,
Huh?
very, very cringe. We don't F10 here. You hate to see it. Okay, cool.
Perfect.
So we're back at it. We got the seat back in, and we're just cleaning up objectives at the point. We're doing our neutral camps. We're doing our farm, which is great. Love to see it.
Excellent.
Right.
Got to get that farm and. And speaking of farm, that's something else I want to look at. Look at the levels. Everybody's pretty even here. It's
Well, yeah. I mean, this is just how it is. Keeping up with the farm. That's something you see a lot in the Amazon miners is that lack of farm and being able to prioritize that. Here, it's 26 minutes. You will love to see these levels come online a little bit faster, but not a huge issue. Let's see.
but this is such a close game. I'm thoroughly enjoying this game. I mean, the gold lead is kind of starting to come back to even. The levels are coming back to even. 26 minutes in, these team fights are just going to be awesome to watch.
Yeah, just a lot of poke here coming out of the fire pit. Not too much. About just burning some Omi. Everyone's kind of positioning this way. Even Charybdis is coming to the fight, which is fine.
Oh, and it looks like Nike finally had enough of not having Spectral and bought a Spectral.
Yeah, opted for that Spectral instead of the Energy Talisman. Kind of fine. Energy Talisman's kind of a early game item anyway. It's not really crazy. Let's see here. So you can be picking up a not the Infused Sigil, but the other one. Can't even remember. Nobody builds it, so I
Oh,
don't even
that's
remember.
that's the one that gives you
It's just
more damage mitigation, right?
Yeah, it's just more rebuke. It's just more damage mitigation, which is great for him. But with that dive, I kind of maybe wanted to see that infused. It would have been fun. Humbat's finishing a Bumba Spear, and Curb is finishing a Death's Temper. Pretty
I don't,
normal.
To be honest, I don't think I really mind it because I think this is going to make him able to just sit on top of the soul when he piercing moonlights into the back line. All that damage mitigation is super helpful when it comes to
Crypto's
really
actually just
damaging
yeah
builds.
trying to kind of burn, keep it mid. Spirit Weevil
Oh,
coming out. Purpose Rebuke. Oh, great pick on the soul here. Oh, she just gets that disapparate just in time.
no,
Still gonna pick it up.
nice.
And Scylla's gonna Aegis here. Oh, great crits, great double kill coming out of Chef. And
Man,
Humbatch just gets to follow up. Humbatch is full health at this point. Picks up the Nike,
mhm.
and not even an issue. Chunga's gonna Aegis, she's gonna Beads, still gets picked up. That's a 4 for nothing out
My
of
word.
Frost Wolves. That is insane. And now we're just back to it.
That was beautiful. I mean, exactly what I was talking about earlier. Chef needs to live in these team fights, and they just clean up. But can I talk? Did you see how long this man lived back there?
Yeah, no, it's just insane. You can even see here that Cryptus is sustained. The only one really low at this point is Chef, who even being at this point, he's still got probably like 800, 1,000 health, and the Scylla, who's even helping with the Pyromancer. But these guys have no issue with sustain. Probably would love to see even. This is where you'd love to see a little bit more anti-heal come out. You want to see that horrific. Yep, seems like a bit of an issue with the solo laner. Doesn't seem
I
to get
mean, this
better.
is the part that's disappointing to me is there's no upgraded thorns. Upgraded thorns has anti heal, right? I mean, it's just for the emoji, of course, but
Well, I
the
mean,
people
that
that
would be
the
that would be
people that hit the
for
thorns get 50% less healing.
yeah, especially
Um,
with us Charybdis being well, I guess at this point, um, just Devos, but still, it would be huge to see that, especially with how that is, and even the Sunbats who has a Soul Eater, kind of an
mhm,
interesting pickup. We're
yeah,
zooming through. Yeah, they lifesteal less.
right. And a cursed Ankh. I really think that the King's Dukes would have uh, felt better in team fights if they had a cursed Ankh. I mean, this Umoja is keeping everybody alive. So much healing. It's just.
Yeah,
I feel like at this point it's just kind of a little misplay.
and like Mystery says, and Sandman says, hey, it's only for lifesteal, which is really the big part here because that's all, the healing aside from Yamoja. You're getting a lot of Hunbat's healing with that Soul Eater. You're getting a lot of Cryptus healing with her Devos and what might be an Aussie. We'll see.
Mhm.
The Thorns would be good. It's one of those niche pickups for solo. I don't love to see it, but a Curse Song would be great. I love seeing a Kurstock, especially into like the Yamoja, because it's really hard to prevent people from getting healed
Exactly.
as Yamoja. You just kind of throw it out and it hits everybody, and with that upgrade, hey, it's an extra 40% damage, for the team, which probably would help Turno fight, but I can understand wanting to go, um, out of the support, a blink into a Circat, the taunt, the ult. It's just big. We're going to start picking up towers here with that fire. I'm going to burn a T2 super quick as we kind of look for a Phoenix defense maybe, or just looking at this Nemesis who is way out of position. Let's see.
And thank you, Sam, for that correction.
Yeah,
That is right.
that's fine. Yeah. Sam's gonna give everybody their predetermined builds. It's gonna be on Smite Guru. Just keep an eye out for that. Let's see. Using these Emoja portals to kind of get around quicker. Um, yeah, see, Curtis coming in here doing a little bit of work now. Probably just going to pick up this and maybe, Fury's down, every big objective's down. MS is just split pushing a T2 tower. It's just unchecked. Totally
and
fine.
I'm really liking this. They're playing the smart safe. They take all the towers down. I'm sure they have tons of gold in their pocket. They're gonna back, group up,
Well, yeah, I
use
mean
the gold that they have.
they've all
Should be
finished
full
their
builds.
starters. They're just about full build.
Mhm.
We'll probably start seeing red pots come into play here in a minute. And we're looking pretty prime. Everybody's level 20 except for the supports, which totally fine. Seeing a Sentinel's Embrace come out of Circuit, pretty normal. I love to see a Boon Goon, but they're really behind, so it's not really going to work. And a Compassion out of Yamocha. That's a little bit interesting to me because I'm
Nice.
not a big Compassion player. Not really my favorite, but what else can you go with a Benevolence? We're looking at this left here. Probably going to siege a Phoenix in a minute, but I'm bad.
And
It's just
another
gonna
reason I like to see the majors play is you got 4 people pushing up left, and you got somebody making sure the mid waves are staying up.
yeah, you know
Love to see it.
trying to keep a little bit of extra pressure here on the mid. Just a good thing for all you AMA players out there. You want to keep that double pressure. Plenty of wards come out too. I kind of want to see the ward stat here on how many.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, plenty of them.
Beautiful.
Let's see here. We got a lot of poke coming out. Chung's healing it up. Not a big issue. And Tsukiyomi just throwing stray autos into the Phoenix, getting that extra bit of tower damage. It's kind of
It's
my
crazy. Yeah, Tsukiyomi is really undervalued, I think, just for that reason right there. All that free poke.
him sitting in the back combat. Great River Beaks come out, and Circuit Pridwin is down now, so good bit of extra damage off the board. Nemesis just kind of sitting in the back. Has opted to build a Dirty Bubble, not my favorite. Fear No Evil. Mahungers. Oh, great Mahungers on his Circuit. Piercing Moonlight. He's going to try and pick up that. Yep. Picks up Sandman in the back, and Nemesis just running away. Tsukiyomi could have prioritized that Nemesis there and killed her pretty easy, but opting to turn on the tank. Good cleanup here from the back
That
line.
was a sick blink Hunboxel. That was insane.
Yeah, easy pickup here, cleaning up. Great first game out of the Frost Wolves.
Yeah, they as soon I feel like as soon as Chef finished his starter item, man, he was just unkillable. He was sitting in the back line. Nobody, I mean, they got pretty close to killing him a few times, granted, but they
Yeah,
just couldn't finish it.
the extra
And
rebuke plus Mantle of Discord, plus shifters, just great combo out of that build. Love to see it. Yeah, you see that in future Sigil come out on Nike. Super normal, pretty easy. She's already tanky, so that's kind of
yeah,
how it is.
but look at
Diamond
that
Arrow.
gold difference, man. That's just
Yeah,
oof.
just an extra, 12k gold is pretty big. Let's see. Pretty normal build. It's kind of an interesting pickup from the Hunbats on a Wingblade, with the Soul, the Nemesis, Nike even. Pretty normal, but we'll see here as we get into game 2, kind of how that goes.
Yeah, I actually kind of want to ask really quick since we got Sam in the chat here. Is that the Chang'e build? I don't think I've ever seen anybody go Lotus into E-Staff.
That's the new build. It's E-Staff. I'm telling you, E-Staff is
Oh, I love
huge.
Never seen it that early.
I what was that? Oh, yeah, but no, I love to see an E-Staff right now in kind of a pen slot. It's definitely like a third or fourth item. It's pretty big right now. Let's see. I don't remember if that got buffed at all lately.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, because of all the pen changes. Okay.
Oh yeah, just with a bit of a swap there.
Yeah. No, I've always been a big believer in E-Staff. I love E-Staff. I build it literally on everybody.
Believe that.
It's a
Oh,
fun item. I mean,
I don't I don't
it's
believe that
free health and
support
mana.
main. Well, yeah, I mean it's just big.
Yeah,
Especially for like these semi tanky builds coming out now.
for sure.
Especially with like, Stone of Foul and kind of these weird. I don't know if they're really very meta, but Bruiser builds out of mids,
If
just for all that.
Well, especially in solo, like the Guardian builds,
Well,
procking warriors and E-Staff. I mean, you get so much health back, so much.
yeah, I mean that's definitely a big one for Guardian solos, but even it's kind of it's bleeding into a lot of mids.
Good.
Yeah, so pretty nice. Let's see here. I don't think we have. We're getting that second game up here as we go into the next set. Yeah, and we're gonna go to a quick intermission, so we will be back in just a minute.
And welcome back to game two. quite the quite the first up there.
Yeah, we're just gonna get into the picks and bans for the Frostwolves versus Kings Dukes majors match, game two.
Looks like they may have gone through the banning phase and then had to reset, so we just get to insta lock everything.
Yeah, bit of a issue here with maybe game two being a mispick. So everything's just gonna be draft picked. Unfortunately, we don't have bans this time, but not a huge issue. Out of the Frostwolves, we have a Terra, a Hachiman, a Soul, a Nike, and a Ravana. And out of Duke's side, we're getting a Charybdis, a Hell, Sylvanas, Bulan, and Camazotz. Kind of an interesting team here on Duke's side. A lot of healing, a lot of diving. Kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And just again as a note, Terra is going to be banned going forward just because of an issue with her kit. This game was pre-banned, so we'll see a bit of Terra play here. Maybe it's going to be for a bannable reason.
Take
Yeah.
pleasure in the crushing of
Maybe we'll
one's
see if they
enemies.
supposedly it's a
Away
peak.
from the
Supposedly it's a tech. That's what I
Yes,
say,
you
but
do.
That's
whatever.
it. I've heard that it
chances
was
to
a
win
tech,
the
and
fight
even the
have
dev said it was a
diminished.
tech.
Who knows?
We'll see.
Yeah. So we're just gonna get into the game here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bit of a production side. I want to have some pride because this is professional or something.
So
Yeah. Bit of an interesting pickup here. Tapa, what do you feel about this Hachiman here? Not really a lot of playtime in kind of the win-loss rank delta.
So Hachi is a really safe pick. You hop on your horse and ride away if you're ever in any danger. His he's got some really long ranged autos that do proc crit. They proc item effect abilities or item ability effects, whatever it's called. And he's got a nice little dash that can group somebody.
Well, it can stun,
Just
but yeah.
They're stunned. I'm sorry, thank you. Just kind of all around a pretty safe, pretty reliable character to play. I like how he feels. It's just kind of there.
Yeah. Kind of an interesting thing here, swapping the Charybdis to Duke's side. Hopefully we can just see yet again another case of Charybdis not being a good player thing. It's just a good god thing now. Soul swapping over to Frostwolf side, Nike swapping over to Frostwolf side, and seeing a lot of healing out of this Duke's team with Mulan, Kama, Hell, Sylvanas. Hopefully we're going to see some early anti-heal, but
Yep.
we'll see.
Chef already making me really happy. Going the tainted. Love to see it.
Not a huge fan, but
I'm a big fan. The stat dude. It's so
I-
broken.
it's good stats. It's what it is. I just like the abilities of everything else. I know
It gives you so much.
it's boring, but it's optimal. It happens.
It's
And
a really nice double stun comes out here
Ooh.
from the Terra. I'm a
Yeah,
gamer,
huge.
looking clean.
huge here. Mid's positioning, taking the respective sides. Even trade. Great wave pressure out of Hell and Soul.
Oh!
Nice pick out of Sylvanas.
Oh!
Terra's trying to save her. Gets the beads out of Charybdis, and Hachi's going to dash away. Good poke, burning the Terra beads. Hachi saving his beads for the next fight. Not even worried about that Sylvanas pull.
Clutch does not use his beats, just happily waits it out. Looks like I'm a gamer just playing on his comfort picks, man. I mean, his positioning has been looking really clean. His ability usage looking really clean.
Yeah, Terra Wall's
I'm-
super great here. Big value, especially that consistent stun for the Charybdis. Oop, another good Sylvanas pull. Not much follow up here. Kama's starting to make his way over to duo lane, early rotating past the Ravana. Might do something here. Now going back to farm. He knows there's nothing to be done here. Totally fine. Soul actually getting really poked out by the cell. Hell is kind of one of those picks for me that's like really sleeper. Oof, misses that
Big
one.
time. Their kill potential at level 2 is
Huge.
insane.
Yeah. Great early pressure. Oh, insane. Okay. Ravana's coming back here. Dissipate's coming out. Probably not enough poke out of the two of them to kill a Hell, but we'll see. We're going to blink, we're going to 3, and she's just going to walk away. I don't know if she cleansed herself there, but
I
not
didn't
even an issue.
notice.
Cam is positioning to kind of stay between these. Both the mid lane and the solo lane are kind of in a position to kill. Getting some poke out here. Terra's healing up. Not a huge issue. Kama and
It was
Mulan are
quite
positioning right around the blue buff, getting ready for, just a power invade. Robin is nowhere close. Unfortunately, he's not doing a ton here, as he's getting out-farmed by this Kama, looks like. Actually, no, he's out-farming the Kama right now. Kama's in a weird position, getting a lot of invades. Not worth the money, not worth experience for him. But
It was a
let's see.
good blue buff invade. Nike with outer blue, just she uses a lot of abilities. Her abilities use
Yeah.
a lot of mana.
Kind of a trouble spot here. I would have liked to see, if they had kind of done this in a position where Nike could back and get, great pull out of Sylvance again. Cryptus getting a lot of poke on the Terra. If they could have done that in a space where Nike backs and gets a Blackthorn, losing a blue buff, not the end of the world. It's just experience. But Mulan is going to hit 5 here before, Chef. Actually, and it looks like Mulan here has switched out for Buggy Dude, new guy on the team. Totally fine. Same with Soul. Soul swapping out from the villain. And first blood's actually going to go to Robin as a 4-man rotate.
Oh,
Great rush coming out of him. Almost there. Souls might be able to pick it up. Misses the sunspot there. Not a huge issue though. So the first blood picks that up. It's a free kill for Ravana as he's going to finish a Jotuns, which normal for him.
and playing a safe pick into a safe pick, I imagine we're going to see a lot of this stuff. Charybdis just easily gets away with her immunity. She just gets to walk around all over the place, taking no damage and doing damage. And then you got Hachi with his ult.
Kind of a shame. I kind of, Hachi no ult yet, but if he had in that fight, that would have been great to see
For sure.
a horse one-shot dismount just to insta damage. Would have been huge. Hachi and Terra picking up a lot of the neutral camps here, getting both Sharpies, kind of pressuring out, and gets up for free. They're going to do their purple buff here too in a second just for that extra bit of farm.
Then we finally get to see it happen. Vaxis misses a pull. It's unfortunate, but it's got to happen sometime. You can't be perfect.
Happens eventually. Soul getting pressured out here. Gets the disapparate. Oh, not enough. That's a shame. Kamazot's getting out with just enough HP. Nobody's positioned to kind of follow up on that since Jungler is over in solo lane. They're actually positioning to take a red off of that. That's insane. Terrace, not really doing much here. Totally fine.
Really clean play there by the Dukes. That was fantastic. They get a pick in mid. They clean up some backs.
Yeah, great jump in, great kill. Rotating to a red, taking that off the board, getting some experience. Also, maybe cleaning the purple here.
Hey.
Let's see if we confirm. Yep.
Wow.
Confirms the purple. Great, great farm, great invades here. As Solo doesn't seem to be doing anything. It's just Buggy Dude surviving with a Blackthorn and Hero's Axe, actually, or Warrior's Axe this time around.
Yeah,
So,
they got Oreos and the Gold Scorp as well. So really good little map rotation there by the King's Dukes.
Great neutral farm coming out of them in this round. Good early game. Just barely misses that.
You hate to see it, but you love to see it at the same time. Vaxis is just trying to get every single pull he can, and it's unfortunate to see him miss, but
And this
at
is
least
what
he's
we're
trying.
seeing here just out of the mid lane is, that rotation over to Duo actually probably wasn't super beneficial for the Soul. She is, even with the Bancrofts already finished, being the cheaper item than probably this Hell's. Oh, we're going to see Supernova come out of Soul. Not really picking up a lot. Hell's actually cleansing the Terra. Oh, and Mulan gets picked up under the tower. Going to see the the rush out of Ravana, Mystic Rush. Kama coming in, hitting the slow, getting knocked up. Oh, might actually get picked up. Bat of Hell comes out of Kama as he uses to escape. Still a great pickup. He might have even had that immunity or the damage reduction on Rav from Mystic Rush, but totally fine.
That man got bursted. He barely got into his ult in time. That was...
yeah, you know what they say. I'm pretty sure if... Drew had a little bit more, he had some other abilities on cooldown, he might have done something, especially if he had Mystic Rush still up, but, I didn't say that earlier fight in solo, so it's fine. But yeah, great CC coming out of Chef there with the knockup. But like I was saying, mid, having a bit of a hard time, this Hell's just out farming her and keeping so much more pressure, even with a finished item. It's insane. A little bit of easy poke. Charybdis kind of doing that huge thing right now for hunters. Same as Rama, just with safer Rama essentially. You know, being able to attack through wave and clear wave, poke, do all that. It's insane. Gonna do some
I
neutral farm.
I think this Terra pickup was a really good choice. Most of these characters have so much damage that's in a small area, so having the Terra stun is really paying off. Although that soul didn't kill, that was a really good example of it. Terra wall, Terra stun into soul. This is just going to be
Let's
really
see.
annoying to deal with.
Yeah, Maw Hungers comes out here for CC immunity since Charybdis' beads are actually still up. Doesn't want to use them. Wants to hold on to those for the next fight. But Maw Hungers comes out. Gets that ult off the board. Not a huge issue. Hachi goes back to his purple. Calls that good. Kind of an interesting positioning here out of King's Dukes. Trying to keep up the early pressure. They're actually well, it's even now. They were a little bit ahead just a minute ago, so totally fine. Let's see.
Yeah, I'd like to. It looks like King's Dukes are starting to ward around the Gold Fury. I'm really looking forward to an early grouping around this gold.
Yeah.
Not like last. I think it was like maybe 20 minutes in before they finally.
Oof.
hopped on
Hachimon's got to hit
gold.
those autos.
Yeah.
Totally fine though. Yeah, kind of an interesting one. It's a bit of a slow pace game. Yeah, not too much going out. Robin's actually looking to invade. Oh, insane hell right there, hitting that damage form. Insane. Oh, Soul is just out of there,
Beautiful.
blasted. Sylvanas
Please
ult.
pull gold. Please just pull gold.
It might be a cleanup. Rob's trying to back here pretty quickly. I don't know if Kamba beats him, but yeah, no. But they'll at least try to pick up the Sachimon. Beats out of Hachi. No ult. Yeah, no ult out of Hachi. Used it to kill the Charybdis. And just, oh, what an easy 3-for-1. That's insane.
That was King's Dukes could not have played that any more perfectly. I believe they saw the hell walk over towards the Oreos or the Oracles.
Yeah, the Soul and the Terra get walked over. I think they walked over a ward maybe, and then just insane pull. Yeah,
He's
this
just doing it to show off now.
yeah, Vakis is doing some great work here on Sylvanas. But yeah, basically just had that vision and just watched them walk over. And Terra, I don't think was in a spot yet because she hasn't. Yeah, Terra hasn't finished a Lotus Crown or Thebes yet to try and be a little bit more tanky for the team. Opportunity to go into an Iron Mail instead. Might see. Not quite sure. It might be early Spectral. It might be an early Mystical. We'll see. Could be a Sov. Let's see here. Can't be 100% all the time with those pulls, but it's fine. It's close enough.
But the pulls that he are hitting, some of them are kind of nasty.
Yeah. Hell opting to finish a Chronos Pendant. Chronos Pendant on Hell. Insane. You know, it's just one of those things. Let's see. Soul's going for the Stone of Cringe play. We love seeing Stone of Foul right now. It's very cool. Beats coming out of Soul, seeing this apparate, and Terra trying to get in there.
It's a good showing of Hell's kit right there. She gets to cleanse herself from stuff like that.
Just free beads forever.
Forever. It's up
Pretty
really often.
Yeah, it seems like pretty normal builds everywhere else. Robin going for a little bit of early life or anti-heal, which is great. Camelot's doing the same thing. I think Rob's team definitely needs more anti-heal, just going into this enemy team since Sylvanas has built a Lotus Crown. Not sure what the Hell's thinking. I don't think it's going to be a Lotus Crown as well, but we'll see.
Yeah.
And
Definitely like to see a cursed Ankh or two coming out of Frost Wolves to deal with this Hell.
Ankh would be awesome, but we'll see. Yeah, Nike finishes a Mystical Mail, pretty normal. And
I'm also interested to see what this Hell's second item is.
yeah,
There's no way they have 2 Lotus Crowns. Just
it's possible. Suboptimal building. Totally happens.
Sure.
Let's see here. ADCs are pretty even. Charybdis is
Okay.
power farming a little bit more. She had the Wind Demon online first. Has a little
Is
bit more
that
stacks.
Celestial?
Hmm?
Can we hover over Hell's second item?
Oh yeah,
It
looks
is
like
a
a Celestial
Celestial
Leech.
Legion Hell.
Yeah, kind of nuts. Not really a huge pickup usually. I mean, I guess if she's in there and she's just, trying to power for the team, having those extra protections is going to be nice, especially when you're just in there as Hell, hitting, your heal stance, hitting your, big AoE. It's nice.
As far as defensive items go for damaging mids, it's not a terrible item. It does have 70 magical power.
Yeah, that
Oh.
70 power, that's comparable to like a soul gem or something like that. The heal, not quite there, but we'll see. It should be fine. Kind of normal.
Really, I'm liking Sam's builds. These are interesting. I'm
Nike looks
enjoying.
like she's defending a Pyromancer here over in right lane as a 4-man convergence happens here as Frost will take up the Pyro. Totally fine. Doesn't seem like we're trading out anything yet. Chef being a little bit poked out. And yeah, we just go back to farming.
Yeah, I really want to see one of these teams pull a Gold Fury sometime.
Well, it's 12 minutes. Yeah, I wouldn't get your hopes up. Yeah, first, yeah. I mean, it's not an amateur's game. We're not going to see like a Gold Fury at like 30
Ask
minutes.
and you shall receive. Thank you,
Yep.
King's Dukes. Finally
He's
pulling a
getting-
Gold Fury, but it
Getting
looks
a
like
little bit. Yep, King's Dukes picks it up. We're going to see the Terra ult. We're going to see the Hachi ult. Sylvanas' Wrath of Terra comes out as he doesn't really get anybody. Kind of a shame. Hachi's aggressively dashing into a Gamazot's not really a play. Bat out of Hell comes out and he's going to do a little bit of damage. Tries to get out of there. Totally fine. Gets the heal off his bat. And Crossbows are in a pretty low position. I mean, Charybdis is full health, has ult, no issue. Hell is healing up the team. Mulan actually rotates, picks up I'm a Gamer, and starts to try and run down this Ravana. Ravana's gonna, he's gonna overhand kick.
Ooh,
Totally
good
fine.
pick.
And they're gonna run out. Chef actually picking up, Blitzkov here.
Yeah, while all that was happening, Chef left his team and decided to chase down the Kama, and he got the pick. So,
Just goes bat hunting. Totally cool.
Yeah. Good enough.
They do pick up the tier 2. They pick up the Gold Fury, so we're seeing a little bit of a gold lead start to spool out here for King's Dukes. Kind of a good position to be in. Might make for an interesting if they go into a game 3. Let's see here.
Dylan picking up the Stone of Foul second item.
Yep,
I think
pretty
that's
normal.
kind of the normal build, but I'm also not too upset to see it. He is 0 and 2. Would like to see him a little bit more tanky.
We are, Hachimon is not trading this Charybdis. They have the same build, but she just gets so much more out of Death's Toll and out of Devos that he does not do it. He might
No
be
way
he's
he gets out.
baiting here for his Terra, totally fine. Didn't want to ult out, but I guess he probably would have if he had to.
For sure.
Terra chasing her down, seeing here. Doesn't seem like we're going to get anything out of that fight, but it's totally fine.
That's some trust in the team, man. You like to see it.
Yeah, if you just run around long enough, it's fine. Kama actually trying to defend here a blue buff that just spawned. Pops the Thorns, is actually getting ulted. Sentinel of Zeus comes out, and Bat Out of Hell comes out. Bat Out of Hell might actually be enough to get here. Yeah, especially with that heal coming off. Oh, and a rotation from Hell cleans up that kill in solo lane.
Nice rotate, Sam.
Yeah. Damage here actually looking pretty good out of, Sandman Sam, out of Mulan. Ton of damage out of this Nike right now just being in there. Would love to see Soul contributing a little bit more with that Stone of Foul, trying to be in there, be a little bit more. And with the Ravana trying to be a little bit more aggressive. He's keeping up with his jungle lead, but could be a little bit better.
I wish we could see a replay of every single one of Axis's pulls.
Maybe one day. Yeah, one day we'll have a we'll have a video editor that puts together a Vaxis montage that we can play at the end of a game.
Yeah, nothing like seeing a good Sylvanas make some long range pulls.
Yeah, we also don't see any huge leads here. We have 2 over in the jungle with Frost Wolves. We have 1 over in mid and ADC as Hachimon's just getting bullied right now. Hachi's a safe pick, but not as safe as you'd like to be into this Charybdis. He is just trying to fight into waves when he does not have that kind of clear.
Right.
Frost Wolves are going to pick up a Scorpion, call that good, and...
Okay, this is interesting. It looks like Charybdis went into a Shadow Steel.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's a lot of healing out of both of these teams. You have Rav healing, you have Soul, you have Terra, you have Sylvanas, Hell, Gamma, Mulan. Anti-heal is a very critical part in this game, so even the ADC's doing their part to try and get a little bit of anti-heal online.
Yeah, you like to see it. It's not very often you see ADCs building anti-heal anymore. The most common words you hear out of their mouth is, "It's not my job."
Not my job. Just like warding, just like rotating, not my job.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you know it's yeah. But yeah, we'd love to see it, especially. Oh, Nike
Oh,
Sentinel Zeus coming out. You know, Mulan getting a bit of a pull here. Not a lot coming out. Just a free ult, essentially. No ult coming out of the other team. Bat Out of Hell comes out, almost picks up the Rav. Hachi's just ulting for a little bit of peel, I suppose, as he follows the Charybdis to mid. Rob's probably gonna have to back, and they just pull this Pyromancer off it, get for free.
yeah.
The closest person, Terra, Nike, looking to focus, they are just getting pummeled through here. Mulan ult is coming out for the Terra, and
It's done.
Mulan's actually really tanky right now. Jeez, even with just a mystical mail and a tier 2 void shield, still super tanky. They're looking maybe to position around a Gold Fury that's spawning right now. Since there's 4 ults are down on the enemy team, it's just Supernova that's up on
These
Frostwolf
Dukes
side.
they're just doing a really good job with map control right now.
Yeah, it looks like
They
Charybdis
got a
is
technical knockout on the
yeah.
Gamma. Immediately rotate to Pyro.
Yep.
Push the team back a little farther, and they immediately rotate to gold. It's really clean, really nice map play.
Yeah,
Here.
great objective work here. Looks like King's Dukes are going to have that bit of gold lead ahead. Got the kill lead, bit of an XP lead, so they're doing great right now. Yeah, Kama is actually somehow a little bit under this Rav, who's just power farming. He's got even kills. He's in all the fights. It's just they are not really doing it. Triple splitting red, love to see it.
Yeah, this is actually really interesting because Rav is most active typically in the early game. You did kind of see him rotate. He did try to get some kills. Unfortunately, he only picked up 2. But I feel like with the item buffs, specifically ones that Rav really enjoys having on him, make him feel super worthwhile in the late game. He still feels like he does a lot of damage.
Yeah,
So
you
it's
get a
kind of
Rov with you get a Rov with like a Heartseeker with a Serrated, those, the Provenance Assaults and, his Cone are just insane. They just chunk damage, especially even on like bruiser tanks like we might be seeing out of this mid here. Let's see. Not a lot coming out of that. Totally fine. Terra is being a little bit sustained here. Lotus, Sov, starting what might be, a Genji's. It might be a Shogun's. That would probably be pretty good here for their double ADC. Chef getting in there, getting the Terra out, getting the Wrath of Terra out. We actually see the Cursed Dawn come out, and ooh, Ma Hunger's getting a double strike here. Great. Rob is actually in the back. Might actually pick up this kill here. Yep, Chef picks up the kill.
Soul's still alive.
Soul just getting out with the Dissipate. No. Big cleanup. Oh, what a great double out of that Rob right there. Ooh, big Nike knockup. Big Mystic Rush. Gonna pick that up. Nike's gonna pick up the Hell here, and we're just walking around Mulan. I don't think Mulan can get out here. She doesn't have ult. And yeah, they just have too much lockdown right now. There's nothing she can do.
I think you can just chalk that dub up to having
that's
anti-heal.
Yeah, that's a 2 for a DSI. That's a great play out of Drew's Food here right now. Picking up, I believe, a triple or even a quad kill. But that was insane to see. Everybody's got an ult except for, well, never mind. I was gonna say except for Sam Sam, but kind of how it is. But yeah, everybody used their ult. Everybody's positioning was still really good, but Rob was just so in there, and I think his soul leader was putting in a ton of work, to be honest.
For sure. Yeah, they just happen to have a lot of lifesteal. Looks like Blitzkov currently being the only one on the other team besides the Shadow Steel on Clay City. As far as the team's Dukes go, having an anti-heal.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like he was just able to separate it out. Charybdis had the anti-heal. She was trying to peel off of him, but he just chased down even through beats Aegis. Just one of those things. Let's see here. Opting to go into an Eggsy, and Hell opting to go into a Reaver. Kind of an interesting pickup. I don't know if I love Reaver on Hell, but it's still a really good item.
Oh, and I'm happy. Terra does have an upgraded Cursed Ankh, so thank you, I'm a gamer.
That's
Appreciate
that's going to
that.
be huge for them. I think I even saw that curse on card in the last fight. I don't know
I
if it was
believe it, yeah.
upgraded in the last fight, but you know, any fight going forward that thing is up, it is going to be nuts. Just with basically the Hell heal, the Sylvanas heal. Sylvanas doesn't get a choice. He just can't press 2 in a fight if that Ankh is on. So just how it is. And that's just missed damage, missed healing. But yeah, so that's gonna be huge. King's Dukes are actually positioning around Fire Giant right now. They might be baiting, they might just be warding. Seems like they're just warding, putting out baby wards into this huge net of you know, counter wards. Kind of an interesting position as they pull the pyro. Crib just kind of burning it right now with the Eggsy, with you know the double shuriken. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, I think they're ready for a firefight, but they don't want to sit there and tank fire, so they're just gonna pull the smaller objective.
Yeah, Duke's
If they
gonna pick
get
that
it,
up.
cool. If they don't,
Oh, a lot of axes being brought out. Wrath of Terror comes out, and
first off,
Hachi's gonna pick up that. Mulan. Bat Out of Hell comes out to try and escape. Blink, double blink.
oh, look at Chef. Chef's back here 3v1ing. Takachi's
Literally.
finally gonna join the fight.
Yep, Hachi's in there as he just keeps up. Maul Hungers comes out as Nike's just trying to separate the Sylvanas. Not much point there because Sylvanas is pretty tanky at the moment. He's got the Spectral, he's got Thieves Lotus Soft. He is insanely strong right now. As Kirby comes up. Nike actually also having a Spectral though, so not even an issue. And actually, we see the Tainted Amulet coming out of Nike, so first Taint is going to be huge. Oh, big,
Basalt!
yeah, big Supernova, huge.
Man just got burned.
Literally,
Just disappeared.
literally burned.
Yeah, you get the tainted out there and the cursed onk and
Yeah,
you
I
just
think
die.
that's just big for Nike right now. Is anything that's not being anti-healed is just going straight into their pocket. As yeah, Nike and Rob are just running down the Hell trying to poke. Came up pre-bees the slap just to try and keep pressure on this objective. He throws the nope, not even enough. Yeah, unfortunately, Cam is 2 there does not quite do enough for an objective steal. Maybe a 1, maybe an ult, but not a 2.
Yeah, I applaud the idea. Your ult was almost up. Unfortunately, you use your beads.
Yeah, pre-beadsing the clap. Probably even if you just didn't pre-beads the clap and just, you know, held it and beads as soon as you had to, you know, probably would have been huge. It's fine. They weren't even looking at you until you burned your beads. Mulan ult comes out actually to try and suck Terra. Kind of an interesting pick here. Mulan is getting shredded by the Soul and the Hachi. Hachi ult comes out, triple hits, and Soul is just pumping auto. She's a machine gun right now. She has the Telekind's online. She is just like, you know, not even a thought. Just left click, you know.
Yep, just hold it down. What
Now we're
else are
gonna
you
start.
supposed to do?
Yeah, now we're gonna start cleaning up towers as we're 4-man rotating. Actually, might go to the Oni Fury here to try and get a little bit more pressure in the other lanes. Let's see. Yeah, Hachi's gonna start this up. No issue there. Kingsu's actually making a pretty good showing. They have 3 people positioning around the Oni Fury to try and defend.
Yeah, I don't think they can give this up. They gotta try and get in there. Oni Fury on top of fire. Oh my! They steal it.
King's Duke steals an Oni Fury, even with Supernova coming out. Not really it. They're actually on the back foot now, running away, trying to keep their fires online. You know, we still have 4 out of 5, but you know, King's Dukes still put up a pretty good showing, especially when they're segmented like this. You know, it's only 3, you know, 3 on 3 or 4 on 3 right now. So we're gonna
Yeah,
back or
no.
reset.
Smart play by the King's Dukes. Oni Fury on top of the enemy team having fire is just no fun. But now that they have Oni Fury,
A little bit of a relief.
yeah, for sure, won't
Yeah,
have as much pressure.
yeah, even though Nike stayed to try and clear up that Oni wave in duo lane, we're still going to see them push out mid and push out solo. If Rav does what he should go out here and clear the solo lane. But, you know, that just frees up, you know, the timer on fire because these guys just have to defend their left lane and hope, or I guess, you know, their right lane, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, look how much time this Oni Fury has already wasted.
Yeah. Let's see.
Just real smart play coming out of the King's Dukes to try and rectify losing fire.
Yeah, good showing here out of the Frost Wolves, and Bat Out of Hell comes out to try and cast Robin. A Blink comes out, double Blink comes out, and the Kama just hits that too. Gets an extra fatty heal off it. That's nice. Oh, Sylvanas pull into the Nike knock up. Nike's trying to chase down this Kama, trying to get that final kill, trying to get the return kill. Kama's actually sustaining a ton. Oh, Nike just takes no damage. She is. Oh, okay. All right, we're gonna see. Yeah, now we see some damage come out. Wrath.
Oh wow.
All right, Nike is out. Terra might actually get picked up here. It's kind of hard to say, as Hachi's just firing autos through them into the back line. Big chase comes out here.
I don't think they should chase. I think they should just go to towers.
It's hard to say. I mean, they could always just chase them into the T2. You know, a few of them. Oh, great pull off the Mulan into the Terra. Terra gets picked up here. No issue. Maw Hunger comes out and just misses the Soul. Soul's death Zap rate is down for right now. They're going to back up to that T1, I think. Yeah, that's the smart move. Yeah, no. Nike was just huge with that Bulwark Shield and with the healing out of the Tainted Amulet. But yeah, as soon as they got the root, as soon as they got that focus on there, it was just insane. Especially after that, basic Thorns ended.
Yeah, I still think the King's Dukes, if they just went for the towers instead of chasing down the kills, they also get a free T2 there.
I don't know if they could have done a T2. They still had a defense, and they had Rob come back up and Nike come back up, so they probably would have got some damage on it, but maybe not a whole T2. Hard to say. Kind of a shame we're not seeing any Draugr here. Draugr will be a great defense, especially for the Dukes here, since they're kind of getting pressured. But we're going to be
That
warding,
is
counter
fire
warding.
off of everybody.
Yeah, fire is reset. We're getting ready to pull here in about a minute, so we'll see how that goes. Kama's back to get back and buy items. I think Kama has, started a tier 2 Erendite after finishing his Bumba Spear. Nike knockup, chasing out the Charybdis. Wrath of Terra comes out, and Terra's ult comes out as we're chasing it down.
As well.
Yeah.
Ooh, good Terra Stone.
Great.
Oh,
Great supernova right there out of Soul. Mulan just rooted in place as the 80s just go to town. Kama wants to blink to the backline, realizes that's a terrible mistake, and then immediately bats out of hell to get out of there. Rob chasing him down might pick up a kill here, but they're both pretty healthy. It's really just whoever hits abilities. Rob's kind of zoning here for the Kama, doesn't want Kama to get anywhere near his ADCs as they just burn this Phoenix. This might actually be an end right here, as Kama's backing to try and siege up a defense, but probably not. With just L and him, it's going to be rough.
yeah, they still have a first knock up. As I say that, it gets used, and there it is.
Just not enough damage. Just happens that way. And yeah, that is set 2 out of King's Duke versus Frostwolves. Frostwolves pick up the set.
Wonderful, wonderful games to cast. I thoroughly enjoyed them. King's Dukes at the early stages of the game, man, their map control was on point. I mean, they were. I thought maybe they were going to take this game too, but
well, yeah,
Frostwolves just.
King's Duke had a really good showing, kind of in the mid game here, with having a lot of pressure, having this hell, having this Charybdis. We were pumping damage. I think really it was just a bit of an ult difference, and just Frostwolves were so tanky. It was just insane to see how much they were, mitigating through that whole fight. And
First on really just paid off as well. I mean,
yeah, that was definitely a turning point there. As soon as they got that upgraded Cursed Donk, there's not a lot they can do. They were just taking so much more damage, which is great to see. You're seeing a lot of heal sustain metas right now, and so seeing something like a Cursed Donk, upgraded Cursed Donk, is nuts. And we probably even would have seen an upgraded Thorns for Kama, for Charybdis, for Mulan. So just one of those things.
can we take a peek at the details page? I'm just curious because it's interesting that the Frostwolves end up winning that when they're mid and support. Both dropped 0 kills. Not that you expect your supports to get any kills; it's not their job.
Yeah.
But look how much damage the Soul still did. Looks like people were KSing.
Well, I won't say. Yeah, I mean, doing a lot of damage. Not really. It's a hard bit to confirm, but that's just kind of how it is when you play certain things. Especially when you're playing with such high pressure gods like Rov and Chef. They're just always gonna be in there finishing your kills because everyone's running away
Sure.
from you. Just how
But
it is.
I mean, you can't even accuse Chef of stealing kills. This man almost dropped 30k damage. Let's go.
Yeah.
Good showing on the Nike there, Hoss.
Huge Nike. I mean, it's one of those things. Nike's going to do a lot of damage. You can see Mulan even did a lot of damage too compared to
For
her
sure.
team, and it's really because of that mystical. Those two were just tanky. They were in there, and having that mystical proccing on 5 people all the time, you rack up damage. I wouldn't be surprised if this game went out an extra 10 minutes. I wouldn't be surprised if that hit 30 or 40K. So
For sure. But like I said, really clean games between these two. I would love to see them play against each other again.
yeah,
Lots of
great set.
wards, lots of damage, lots of intelligent map play. Even just
Yeah, absolutely. That was great showing out of both. Hopefully next week we'll see some takeaways here out of what to build and where to position. But that was great. So
yeah, definitely.
all right. So that is our set. We'll catch you next time, and thank you for tuning in.